Hi, Amy. All right, I'm going to do your 15-minute reading now. This is going to be fun. So, we're going to explore your spiritual gifts. You want to learn more about what they are and what you can do. Let's see. You want to know more about your spirit guides. You want to know who they are. And if possible, you want to send a special hello to Archangel Michael and Archangel Lucifer. That's awesome. All right, I'm just going to relax here and then we'll see what comes up, okay? Something about that, your connection with angels specifically. Well, let's see here what pictures they share with me. So the first image was just dark, and then I saw light as well. So I see dark and then I see light. I'm entering into the space of darkness. There's a very distinctive face in here. I'm a little surprised. It's got some sharp teeth, but the closer I get to it, it looks like a man that is trying to come out of a shadow to say hello. I'm trying to get to him, but it's very hard to. Every time I try and run close to him, it's like I'm just running in place, so to speak. I'm almost there. He's starting to turn into more of a human being. They're showing me that there's two doorways that we can always go through. One has a dark reflection, one has a light reflection, and then the reflections shine at a diagonal away from each other. All I can see is this, what is like a boy. There's a white angel or a taller man in this darker shadow as well. There's something military, like an old warrior or something inside of here. He's very tall. His reflection is hard to make out. It's fascinating because in the darkness we have what is a sort of being. He's covered in like white chalk is the only way I could describe it. But I can't make out his features, but there is the appeal of something warrior about him. Something like the outline of a shield and a sword. That this boy is really complexing here. Like, it's... I mean, he's getting younger and younger, and now he's about like a 4-year-old boy, and he's sort of peering out again, like really trying to just peer out. I'm going to close my eyes and I'm just going to watch for a little bit. Okay, so as I'm watching him peer out, there's an instant switch here, and I'm looking at hands dancing across piano keys, and the keys are white and then they're black too, right? And I see the hands are on their own. They're not attached to any wrists or anything, so they're just dancing across the piano keys. There's a really beautiful energy I feel about this. And they're even creating a dancing sensation in the keys themselves. So the keys are sort of lifting up and off the piano, and even the hands are just dancing around, and then the keys are going whoop, like, just doing that sort of thing. There, as this is happening, there's a quick inspiration, and I just feel frustrated, and I just take my hands and just grab all the keys and just throw them. Frustrated. This isn't what I'm trying to say. This isn't what I'm trying to accomplish here. And I'm trying again now with my fingers, and I'm trying to make the keys just right. It's fascinating because those hands that were dancing, I mean, they were just all over the place, but they were having fun with it, and they were excited, and there was something jolly, and there was something right about the way they were touching, and the sounds were speaking, and it wasn't necessarily Bach or Beethoven, but it was just dancing sounds, dancing. And then now these hands, after getting frustrated, are slower and trying to get each key perfectly. There is a shift in the scene, and it feels like there's a line split, and then it's sort of doubled out. I'm inspired to sit down on the chair, which I wasn't able to see before. I've got coattails, and I'm pushing them out, so they're off from underneath my butt, and then they're hanging just over the piano chair, and then I've got white and then black suit on. I'm a professional and I'm doing this professionally. And I've got sort of a snobby mannerism about me. I even have like a big nose. The more to put up in the air. There's something really snobby about the way this man is just sitting down and he's like a kind of just too much ego or something. But he's telling me something without words. He's telling me he's going to show me a thing or two, and now you'll know why I have some snobbery. Like he's legit, so he could have a reason to be a little snobby about it. He's like, okay, well, let's see what you got. He's getting funnier. There's something really exciting. Like, okay, I hope he's really snobby and he's actually really freaking awesome and just gonna blow my mind, and he really has an awesome sense of humor. That's what it's really turning out to be. Like, he's trying to make an impression, right? And then he's gonna show you his stuff, show this kid something. Now you know why I'm a snob, but really underneath, he's actually really funny. This is a real guy. I mean, this is a real funny guy. And I'm telling you, this is like a real spirit guide style. He's got this thing figured out. He's a master at his art, and it has to do with communication through sound. But it's more than that, because there's something trickery about him too, like giving you a perception of one kind in order for you to think through things, and then showing you another way. And then the other way usually comes with some laughter and now do you get it kind of thing. That's really his style of communication. I really like watching him. He's showing me how he can play very delicately and very slowly. Just 2 fingers. And then he's just closing his eyes and now he's doing it. But he's also really showing that there's sound involved and he wants to listen to the sounds. And he's touching the key very slowly, just slowly going down with the sound of it. And then taking his finger off. So and then he's pausing right now. He said, do you hear that sound? Now let me do it one more time. And then he does it really slowly like this. And then he stops and he's asking if you hear that sound. When he does that, he separates into 2. So I'm seeing double vision is the only way to describe it. He really wants to show you more. Because sometimes when there's something about you that can get frustrated. He's showing me again that after he does this, there's something about his slowness, and it's like, okay, we get it now. Can we listen to your awesomeness yet? And there's some sort of odd impatient need to just get this moving. And then as he starts to play his awesome melody, there's sort of an overwhelming blend with him that's just like, get out of here. I'm going to do it now. I'm in charge. I'm in control of my life. I'm going to do it how I want to do it. I don't care how you want me to do it. There's something about listening and then following what the instructions are. I think a lot of human beings are in this category where it's like spirit guide is showing you something really profound and wise, and you're just like, ugh, we're not on the same page. I'm gonna do this thing now, and you just need to get off of this piano chair. My life. There's something about that. But he keeps smiling again and says how patient he is, and he loves working with you. What could we tell you I'm asking what his name is? The guy, to describe you what he looks like, this is just him giving you a persona so that you can get a feel for his personality and style, but he has many faces. This guy has obviously an oversized nose, and he's like in his 60s or something. He's got a very distinctive creases in his forehead, and then white and gray hair, and it's short and kind of balding, and he's got like a really thin mustache right here. It's almost like ridiculous, like I don't know what it is, like something French about it, like some old school French waiter, like from some ritzy French hotel or something. I don't know, there's something weird about his really thin, ridiculously thin mustache, and he's just really if you saw this guy in person, you'd just be like, oh yeah, seriously, that's what he's like. But underneath it, he knows exactly what he's up to, and he thinks it's really funny. He really likes to get people's attention through his style and personality, which he can manipulate your feelings based on what he wants to portray. But I'm telling you, this guy's really wise, and there's something tricksy about him that I really like. His wisdom comes through some sort of exploring emotions and pushing emotions in different ways to help you learn. And it's important. It's an important version of learning. And it has to do with black and white experiences, as in the shadowy parts of life and then the heavenly parts of life. Sometimes life can be a little not the brightest feeling, but it can also be the brightest feeling too. So exploring life through both doorways, right? And that's very good and very important for you. So now he's playing a song for me. He knows he doesn't have to prove anything to me because I get it now. He just loves to play the piano is what he says. I'm not doing this for you. I'm actually just doing it because I love it. Is that okay? Like, yeah, you play away. And he does. And that's a really important message for you, to do it just because you like it, not because of anybody else, just you do it because it makes you happy, right? So let's see what else. I'm trying to go back to the doorways to see who was there. They're showing me a white moon, and it is in the black, sort of the dark side, and then that's coming across, and now it is in the white side. Don't you want to see what is in the heavenly side of the doorway? It's like, we like drama. Okay, yes, we want to see what's in the heavenly side of the doorway. There's a little girl walking out here. She is like, she's like the perfect hair that is perfectly curled, right? And she's got a perfect little white outfit on. And she kind of reminds me of like the never ending story, like the little princess at the end, where she's like, oh my gosh, that girl is like way too spectacular for her age. I don't know how to describe it. She's absolutely stunning, and there's something extraordinary about her personality, and there's something like that about this girl. She has brown hair. It's thicker and it's curled, and she's maybe 6 or 7 years old. There's something delicate, but yet something very real about her. Like, she knows more than an innocent little girl does. But again, I'm telling you, she has many faces. This is the one she chooses to show you, is this one. And she's now lifting her dress and doing a little curtsy to introduce herself properly. As I look at her, I see an illusion of what is an older woman, maybe not old woman, but like 30s, older than 4 or 5. And she's got a really distinctive crown on her head. And it's got many arches like this, and then balls at each one. And there's something fairy-like about her, but she stands tall like a full-fledged, not like a couple inches tall, but like actually like 6 foot tall fairy. I don't get the impression of angel. It's more like fairy. She has really distinctive facial features. It's almost like her eyes have like a darker hue to them, and she's wearing very distinctive, she has red lips, like it's distinctive. There's something about her complexion too. There's something about her, because she stands in both the shadow and in the light. She's got some mysterious side, and I'm telling you, she's got balance to her, which means that this spiritual reflection is both the dark and the light. That's not a negative thing. That's actually a part of the soul journey. So it's really a special thing. That means that she's well-rounded. She's developed. She's a developed soul. And she's got wisdom. She's got something to share. And it has to do with experiences that are balanced in dark and in light. That is what this is about this girl that was hard to put my finger on. There's something like too perfect about her, but the reality is there's something, she's smart when it comes to challenging like the chaos life experiences. She's smart and she wants to help you through those. But there's more to it than that. She's quite intricate. She's a bit more amazing than I can put words to. Her name is something strange. Something like Arconia or some Archon or Arcon. I don't know. It's like ACRO. There's something with ACR. I don't know. I'm trying to read it. She says you can call me Arcana or something. Something like that. That would be the best way I could define it. Arcana. I'm telling you, there's something. It's not gypsy, but there's something gypsy about her because she kind of is. She's got a darker flair to her energy style, but she's got a mystical side, but she's balanced. She's very balanced, and she's a maze, literally a maze of wisdom, and she knows how to get you through the challenging times in life. She's far more of a warrior than you would think she is. So what you would see as a man in chalk on the dark side of the fence is now a little girl in a white dress doing a curtsy, and behind the scene is quite this woman, Arcana. There's something snaky about her. That's what I like about her. She hasn't shown me any snakes yet, but she kind of reminds me of that energy vibration. There's something meaningful about that. That's why you chose, that's what makes sense to you, Michael and Lucifer. Because Lucifer is quite an angel as well, and he's got a balance too between the dark and the light. You don't have to feel the dark side. You actually can just rejoice in his loving side, and it's extraordinary and it's wise, and it also has that caliber of it is balanced between the dark and the light, and it's very good. And Michael is really that flare of the white light, the heavenly, the super angel, but he's also got that warrior side to him as well. That really speaks a lot about your personality and the type of person that you are. They're really talking a lot about that with you, the dark and the light. That really is a special reflection about you. It's talking about your balance and your depth and your diversity and your smarts as well. There's something clever about you too, because these spirit guides are clever as well in that way. So that is what comes for you. That is very interesting. I'll be curious to see what you think about this. So you never know what you're going to get. All right. Well, thank you so much for that awesome experience. And thank you too for your willingness to share this so we can all learn and experience your awesome soul. And for those of you in the audience, if you're interested in getting a psychic reading or spiritual healing with me, you may do so by visiting my website at abbynormalswisdomquest.com. Thank you for watching.